Hi everyone, this is the first video of my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cook a chili con carne with chipotle and black bean. So I hope you enjoy it. This is mostly directed at the men who can't cook at the moment. So I'm going to cook really basic stuff on the channel. Hopefully I'll be able to do a video once a week. So if you guys like to subscribe, follow me, do whatever it is that you do. I don't know how this works. So hope you enjoy it. Cheers. I can't stress enough how important it is to have good knives. This is the knives that I choose, Globals. You can use German steel, you can use Australian Wiltshires, it doesn't really matter. I just, my lovely wife was good enough to buy me some really nice Japanese knives, and they've lasted me a hell of a long time already. Take care of them, they'll take care of you. Just find one that you like, that is good to you, that is multi-faceted, and go with it. So anyway, for the dish that I'm cooking today, I'm going to be using 2 kilos of mince, beef mince, premium beef mince. So I'd like to use 1 brown, 1 red, it doesn't really matter. In this case I'm using brown onions, so 1 brown onion per kilo. And we're going to chop them nice and finely. So the easiest way to chop is to go all the way through, not quite. So if you see, I'm just leaving a little bit at the front of the onion, moving the fingers right out of the way. Now, the disclaimer here is, guys, I'm not a chef, I'm a cook. I'm a guy who enjoys cooking for his family and friends. I've been doing it for a lot of years, and it's something that I found that I'm quite good at. Now, make sure you keep your fingers well out of the way. End up with nice little pieces of onion when we do that. You throw this bit out. Let's do the same with the other side. Now, don't get too caught up on how big they are, how small they are, how fine they are, it doesn't really matter. Onion's onion, it will break down ever so slightly. Go soft when you cook it. Okay guys, the next one we're going to do is add some garlic. Now, given that garlic cooks faster than onion, we need to add that way after the onion so that the garlic doesn't go bitter. So if you get a nice piece, now when you go to your local supermarket, look for the purple garlic. Don't get the white garlic. The white garlic has been bleached and it's generally from overseas. So thankfully Woolworths, my local Woolworths, hopefully your local Woolworths or Coles, will stock nice purple garlic, and it's generally new seasoned garlic. And look, if you can't get fresh garlic, garlic that's in a tube, garlic that's in a jar, doesn't really matter, it's all garlic. So anyway, here's the way that we prep garlic. Let's cut the end off. This is just 1 clove. Cut the end off and smash it. Take the skin, pull the skin off. So, shove it in the crusher, garlic press, crusher. And squeeze. And that's kind of it. That's garlic. Okay guys, this is one of the key ingredients. This is a Chipotle chili, which is otherwise a dried jalapeno, dried and smoked jalapeno. Gives an amazing flavour. Still has a little bit of kick, as would a jalapeno, but it's not nearly as overbearing as the other chilies that you can put in there, such as your habaneros, your serranos, your bird's eye chilies. They're a little bit hard to find in Australia. There are a number of providors that I know that have them. Fireworks Foods and Herbie's has them available online. However, your local supermarket won't have these. You will have to hunt around for them, but once you get them, they're amazing. My daughter actually got these from America for me, and America has an amazing array of foods. Given that they are in such close proximity to Mexico, a lot of the foods that are native to Mexico end up in the local stores in America, and not just Whole Foods. So this was in a local supermarket. She was kind enough to send it home to me while she was living in America. Now, one thing that Woolworths, and I'm sure Coles do now, is they have Chipotle and adobo, which is a Chipotle chili, and it's in a tomato sauce. Now, these things are good to use in like a pulled beef, the recipe which I will show you in the coming weeks. Things right down to used in a marinade for your smokes. And again, these are the recipes that I'll show you in the coming weeks and months. So, cut these up as finely as you possibly can. Now, it doesn't matter that the seeds are in there because everything's dried. They are pretty tough, given that they're dried. Alright guys, so for the cooking phase, so I need you to add some oil to a large pot, casserole, dish, wok. It doesn't really matter what you're cooking in as long as you've got heat under it. At this, I'm using gas, thankfully. Love this stuff. Add the best oil that you can possibly get. I use extra virgin olive oil directly from Greece, given that I'm married to a lovely Greek who gets it from her family. So I use all my cooking is done with extra virgin olive oil, unless I want something to cook at a really high temperature, really quickly, and olive oil doesn't have a very good smoking point, very, very low smoking point actually. In which case I would use sunflower oil, canola oil, peanut oil, or vegetable oil, as it were. So what we're going to do, we're going to add the onions straight in. Now, don't put on a very high heat because you don't want the onions to burn straight away. Burnt onions aren't nice for anyone. So get all the onion in, we'll let that soften up a little bit. With your cookware, try and get non-stick cookware. With non-stick cookware, it's important that you use either silicone utensils or wooden utensils. I swear by wooden spoons. I love them. I love the feel of them, and they wash up really nicely. But so does silicone, so it doesn't really matter. So in with the onion, we're going to throw the chopped up chipotle to soften that up again as well, and it takes the onion takes on some of the flavour of the chili as well. Stir that through. So you see quite quickly the red from the chipotle starting to go through the onions, and the smell's amazing. Alright, so now that the onion is softened up nicely, we're going to add some of the garlic. Again, the garlic cooks a lot quicker than the onion, and if it burns, it takes on a really, really acrid taste, and it's hard to get out of the food. And to that, we're going to add some cumin. Some people like cumin, some people don't like cumin. I think it should be added to a table like salt and pepper. So where I was saying before that it's important to have one knife, one very, very good knife that you take care of and it's good to you. It's also important to have a chopping board that is good to that knife. So throw out your glass chopping boards, throw out your marble chopping boards, your ceramic chopping boards. Wood is a nice best friend. It won't dull your blade, it won't blunt your blade, it won't break your blade. And if you are using Japanese knives are at a 17-degree angle, and that's almost the same as a razor blade. So they're very, very fragile, and it is incredibly important for you to look after those knives. Key tip, don't put them in the dishwasher. Don't put them in the washing machine, but don't put them in the dishwasher. It will dull the blade straight away. Wash them by hand, dry them by hand, and put them up onto a magnet. IKEA sell magnets. King of Knives sell magnets. Everyone sells magnets. The magnetic strips that you see in kitchens. Okay, to this mix we're going to add, now this isn't necessary. If you don't have it, you don't want it, you're sugar intolerant, you're on a health kick, you don't like sweet stuff, I don't know, whatever. Brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, straight in there. What that does, that will caramelise with the heat and mix through your onions, caramelise. So to the onions, we've added the beef mince. In this case, for the purpose of this video, I'm cooking 2 kilos of lean beef mince, which is 90% meat, 10% fat. Just better. Increase the temperature of either your cooktop, your hob, your barbecue, whatever you're cooking on, your billy, your campfire, whatever you're cooking on. Get more heat into it so the meat cooks. You're not standing there for 20 minutes trying to cook it. Whilst you're doing that, get all the lumps out of the meat. The mince will tend to clump, so just knock all the lumps out of it. That's why I like nice big wooden spoons. Let that cook through. Alright guys, so these are the black beans. They come in some anomalous goop. I have no idea what that liquid is. It could be toilet water. So what I do always, and it doesn't matter, any beans that I get, I always strain them, except baked beans, because baked beans are delicious in their form. So get them out of the tin. Again, 1 can per kilo of mince. Don't throw them out there. And then wash them out, get rid of all that crap. I have no idea what that is, but I don't think it tastes good. It doesn't look good. A lot of people use kidney beans in their chili. I used to, but I prefer black beans. And it's not for no reason other than I just like black beans. Now don't make the mistake of getting refried beans. The can looks very similar. I got this out of Woolworths. The can looks very similar to that, but it's actually called refried black beans. These are whole black beans. Make sure you get these. Add those straight into your mince. And you're going to stir them through. So now the mince is browned. It's all combined with the onion, combined with the garlic, combined with the chilli, combined with the cumin, combined with the sugar. Stir the beans through. Alright guys, next stage we're going to add some passata. Tomato puree. In this instance I'm using pollo pomodoro mutti. Now I had to actually call up Sandhurst Fine Foods and ask them how to pronounce that. It could have either been mutti or it was mutti. Now they've confirmed to me that it's mutti, so I'm going with that. They're the Italian ones, not me. Bit of background, I was born in Scotland, you can probably tell by my accent. Moved over here 36 years ago, and been loving it ever since. My cooking abilities started in high school when I did home economics. I didn't go for the woodwork and the metalwork and that sort of rubbish because I didn't see myself ever going into a career where that would be necessary. As it was, I was right. Plus I wanted to retain all my fingers throughout high school, so it's probably for the best. Anyway, again, 1 can, rather 1 bottle per kilo of mince. So 2 bottles of mutti passata. And stir that through. And it really does have a nice flavour. But there's other passatas out there. They're equally as good. Just in this instance I'm using the mutti. Can't stop saying that word. Okay. Now the last step of the cook, or the last ingredient we're going to add whilst it's cooking, some beef stock. So what that'll do is it'll allow it to cook longer, but it will also thicken the sauce. Now the general rule of thumb is, in this instance, we're going to use this whole thing, which is a 1 litre or 4 cups. So it's 2 cups per kilo. I'm going to stir it through. Add the whole thing. And you should have something that resembles that. So then we're going to bring up the temperature to a boil. Once the mixture starts to boil, we're going to reduce it to a simmer, and then we're going to let the sauce thicken, and then you've got a final product. Then we just have to season, taste, and away we go. Serve up. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so the mixture is boiling now, so we're going to reduce it to a simmer, so that it'll continue to bubble away, just not at such a furious rate. What we want to see, the meat start protruding through the top. It means that it's thickening and that the sauce is starting to bubble away nicely. And that's doing everything that it should be, making all the right noises, and it smells amazing. So, back soon. Right guys, so this is the product. This is how it should look at the end, nice and thick and meaty, and we're good to serve it. So either get out your Dorito chips, turn it into a nacho, or just serve it plain with melted cheese over the top, a little bit of cut fresh onion over the top, and it's amazing. Give it a crack. Alright guys, there it is. So that's the chili con carne with chipotle and black bean, a little bit of cracked pepper, a little bit of tasty shredded cheese over the top. Have a go, it's amazing. Thanks for joining me guys for my first recipe. So click like, share and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. My blog will be in the description below, so if you'd like to click on that, that'll give you the full recipe and technique, a little bit more information. Look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers.